Hi everyone, welcome to Coffee Table Talks. That's good. I'm Pastor Jon Bell, and today I'd like to finish our series on, should we even study the book of Revelation? Or prophecy for that matter? I'm looking at, yes, we should do that. And I'm looking at why. And the reason is we live in a time where it seems like people don't want to talk about it. Many Christians are not interested. And granted, there are some very imbalanced views. There are some obsessions that contradict the things that the Bible says. There can be a preoccupation or an overemphasis with Bible prophecy. So we want to have a good balance. We want to look at prophecy in proportion to the way the Bible lays prophecy out, which is about 1/3 of the Bible. We also don't want to set dates. We also don't want to say that every single event that happens is this particular prophecy. We want to know the times that we live in, the signs that God has given us, the general movements of prophecy, and we can look at those. Today we have an amazing time that we live in, amazing time where God's fulfilling his prophecies, and we can look back on past prophecies. But prophecy is amazing, and it's exciting. And so we have this prophetical book. There are many prophetical books. We have in the Old Testament the prophets who prophesied in those times and also pointed to the future. But in the New Testament, we have the book of Revelation. And this is, for some reason, it's just such a controversial book. But I want to show you in this last segment from the book of Revelation why we should be studying the book of Revelation. And point number one is, the most obvious thing is, the book of Revelation comes from the very first verse of the first chapter, where it says the revelation of Jesus Christ. So the book is the revelation of Jesus Christ. The word revelation means unveiling, not covering up. It's the unveiling. So it's Jesus himself unveiling himself and unveiling the things that he wants us to know. So right off the bat, we have to say this is Jesus unveiling things, not covering things up. So very obvious, huge reason. The second reason is found in the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 3. And it says that those who read the book, hear the book, and keep the book are blessed. This is the only book of the whole Bible that comes with the built-in blessing. It says when we read this and we keep these words, in other words, that these are things that we view this world by. It's like a grid in which we can kind of understand the world, that we know what's coming up. We know that God's working on a certain schedule and has kind of a chronological order of events to come. As we understand these things, we're blessed. So if you want to be blessed, understand the book of Revelation is Jesus unveiling and Jesus blessing those who read and keep the book. The third thing is in Revelation 1:19, it actually gives us a whole outline for the book. You know how a lot of times people say you just can't understand the book of Revelation, and there's so many different opinions and views of it. But the unveiling of this book actually comes with its own outline. So God tells us this book is outlined, and he says this. He says to John, write these things which you see, the things which are, and the things after this. So in the book of Revelation, chapter 1, John is writing the things that he sees. What does he see? It's a vision of Jesus. So he's writing the things that he sees. That's chapter 1. And then he says, write the things which are. The current time from John, which that time actually is extended to now. And what is that? Chapter 2 and 3 in the book of Revelation is all about the churches. Chapter 2 and 3 of the book of Revelation is 7 churches. So John's writing about the church age, which is now. And then he says, write the things after this. After what? After the church age. So in the rest of the book of Revelation, from chapter 4 to the end is all about things after the church, all about things in the future from now, all about things that come after the church being taken out of the world in the event called the rapture. So the book it has this outline it's given to us. So we should read it because it's Jesus being unveiled. It's a blessing to read it, and it even comes with the built-in outline. And the last thing is in Revelation 22, verse 19, and it says that don't add or take away from the book. And so we shouldn't take the whole book away. If he says don't add to the book or take away from the book. But then if he says that, we shouldn't take the whole book away. So for those reasons, just in the book of Revelation, and now that's through this series, it's 11 reasons that we should study the book of Revelation and prophecy in general. So with that, go for it, get at it, get after it, read it, be blessed, enjoy, and know that Jesus has a plan for this world and he's working it out. God bless you, and we'll talk to you soon.